Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another Walking Dead video for today. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the Daryl Dixon Walking Dead spin-off series, and some new details that have recently come out, and some new things that Norman Reedus has shared. Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review for today. This one's going to be doing a review for The Walking Dead, and we are going to be doing another video for the Daryl Dixon Walking Dead spin-off series. We did just get a recent article from Screen Rant where Norman Reedus does discuss the Daryl Dixon Walking Dead spin-off series and a few other details as such. So, I'll be sure to link this one down in the description below so you guys can go ahead and check this one out for yourselves. Norman Reedus recently has talked with Screen Rant where he has shared a few things about the Daryl Dixon spin-off and some of the things that we can expect from this show. It's not too much, but we do have a little bit more knowledge than we had a little bit before, because obviously this Daryl show, I would say, has been the most silent one out of the bunch. I mean, you know, the Maggie and Negan series, that one's filming, and that one has released a whole bunch of information, as well as filming pictures and a whole bunch of stuff like that. And the Rick and Michonne series, I feel like they've given us a whole lot of information as well, too. But the Daryl series is very just, you know, it's kind of just there. We've kind of just had small information here and there, and, you know, that's basically been it. But anyway, Norman Reedus shares, and this is to go through it for you guys, he does share that this show is very different. He has been, apparently, according to what he said, he has been in Europe before to go through some of the, you know, filming locations and to kind of look at some of the sets and stuff like that. He has actually been to Europe now to kind of take a look, and he says that it's very different tone, very different feel, vibe, that whole kind of thing. And it's not just the fact that they're filming this in Europe. Everything's different. The visuals are different. The music, from what it seems like, is going to be very different. The overall feel of it, it's very, very unique and very different, as he tells us. And it's going to be a very different vibe than we're used to with the Walking Dead main show, and they're making sure that this comes out as different and as unique as possible. So obviously one of the biggest surprises that, you know, comes from that is that I didn't know that he was already in Europe and he was already, you know, he's visited there before. Obviously he's back home now, but apparently he has gone and actually looked at some of these sets. And it sounds like, yeah, it's very different. Now, obviously, when you're filming a show in Europe, when you're filming a show out there, it's, yeah, you know, it's going to be very different because the visuals are very different, you know, everything is very unique, and, you know, it's definitely a lot more different than your typical Walking Dead episode where it's, you know, filmed usually in the woods or at Alexandria or, you know, I guess in Fear of the Walking Dead's case, you know, at Strand's Tower or, you know, stuff like that, you know. Those are more, you know, kind of like standard type of, you know, regular locations. And even though I will say that the concept of this Daryl show has not been good. I mean, it has not been good. I do not like the idea that he is, you know, taken there unconscious, and he wakes up, and apparently he is, you know, supposed to figure out how he got there, how he got taken to Europe, and it's a really weird concept, especially for Daryl's character. I just don't understand the overall end game of this show. You know, I don't understand the overall point. And as I've said before, I feel like this is Gimple just simply trying to you know, get another spin-off under his belt, which I really feel like is a bad decision because honestly, I feel like the Daryl character, I know some people may disagree with me when I say this, but I feel like Daryl's character should have just been in Isle of the Dead, or have just been in the Rick and Michonne series later on. You know, after you see some of the stuff with Rick, then you see Daryl, and then, you know, they go back to Alexandria together. I don't really feel like this Daryl show really should have happened, you know? I get that it's unique, and it's different, and it's something new for the Walking Dead universe, and, you know, I understand that, but really, at the end of the day, I feel like they could have put Daryl in either Isle of the Dead, because, you know, they say that Maggie and Negan go on some sort of mission. I'm like, well, couldn't Daryl go on a mission? I mean, he's literally one of the biggest go-getters you'll ever find. I mean, I don't know, but, and, you know, I know a lot of people would say, well, in that case, Dan, it's kind of the main show, isn't it? Like, Maggie, Negan, and Daryl? Yeah, but, I mean, at least he wouldn't be trapped in the middle of frickin' nowhere, like, you know? I don't know. Daryl in Europe, Daryl in France, I don't know, guys. The more time goes on, the more confused I am, and I know that, you know, they've said before, like, you know, it's going to be a very unique show, but I just don't know where I stand with my interest on it right now, to be honest. And we do know that this show will be happening next year, so filming-wise, it's got to be soon, right? It's got to be soon. I mean, I would assume it's going to be soon, because if it comes out next year, yeah, they got to get the cameras rolling at some point. And if it's also next year, then I would assume that this is going to be a 6-episode first season, because they would have been filming by now if it's a 16-episode season. And for a show just about Daryl, I don't see them necessarily doing a 16-episode first season. I see this being 6 to 8, maybe 10 episodes for the first season. But I'd more so be looking at probably like 6 episodes. They're gonna try it out. They're gonna see if people like it, and then they're gonna make a decision, right? So yeah, makes sense. But anyway, let me know. Are you, excited for this show? Are you going to watch it? Does this tell you anything else? Or does this just kind of tell you, more of a reason to be concerned? Because to me, it's just more of a reason to be concerned. The more I hear about this show, the more I'm just like, I don't know, man. I'm not sold on the idea, at all. Even the Maggie and Negan spinoff, I wasn't sold on the idea, but they've really made the show sound really good to a point where I'm actually excited for Isle of the Dead. I think it's got a lot of potential. And the Rick and Michonne series, well, it's Rick. We're going to see Rick and Michonne again. I mean, that's a must-have. But, and that show, I could not be more excited for. But this Daryl show, yeah, I'm like the total opposite of what I'm feeling for the Rick show on this one. So, I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below. How do you feel about this news? Definitely let me know. And what spinoff are you most excited for out of this little trio that we got going on here? The Maggie and Negan show, the Daryl show, and the Rick show. If anything, I would like to hear you guys kind of rank this one worst to best on most hyped, second hyped, and then least hyped, I would like to hear that from you guys down below. So anyway, if you're new to the channel, make sure to click that subscribe button so you don't miss any other videos of The Walking Dead. Make sure to also follow me on Dan's The Walking Dead reviews and Undercover guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for another video for The Walking Dead and the Daryl Dixon spinoff. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
I've heard stories, walkers that can climb walls and open doors. I was never sure if they were just stories.